Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to the finale of the Month of Love and Heartbreak 2. For this one, we are taking a look at the sequel of EF, A Tale of Memories, EF, A Tale of Melodies. Now, I've wanted to see this anime since seeing the first season, but decided to wait till this point to watch it. Was it worth it? No, not at all. But let's take a better look. Forewarning, there will be spoilers in this review. If you want to go into this blind, I recommend stopping now. If not, then let's get started with the story. Like Memories, the story is split into two arcs. The first arc features a character named Mizuki and her romance with a character named Kuze. Then we have the story of Yu and Yuko, two childhood friends who were in the same orphanage together and were separated because Yuko was adopted, and are now re-meeting each other and seeing their lives together. One of the main gimmicks of the story this time is that one takes place in the past, Yu and Yuko's story, while the other takes place sometime after Memories. Now prepare for rant time because I've got a lot to say about the story. To start with, the story is dull and boring for the most part. I didn't care about many events in the story because I was bored by them, and they felt poorly executed. It's also manipulative as hell. It gets to the point where we learn that one of the characters, Yuko, is not only abused, but raped by her adopted brother. What makes it worse is that not only is it there just so you can feel sympathy for Yuko, but said character reveals to you that the only reason she originally hanged out with him and had you fall in love with her during the re-meeting was so that she could tell him this and hurt him, as she blamed him for what happened to her. This hurts her character because of the outright malicious intent she had, and it makes looking at her previous appearances look bad as a result. I won't deny what happened to Yuko is very sad and disturbing. Rape is one of the most vile crimes a human can commit, and it's completely understandable to feel bad for someone who is being raped. With Yuko, however, the way they treat the fact she is being raped is that she is made to look sympathetic just because she was raped, not because the anime had a story to tell about how she was raped and how she overcame it. Worse, she used it as a guilt trip to you for what she considers abandoning her. It makes her look awful as a result. This is why I hate rape in most anime, because more often than not, it's used as a plot device to either make a character artificially sympathetic because it's a bad thing that happens to people, and it is there for this reason, not because they have a story to tell about rape and its very damaging effects on a person. Now, going back to my point with Melodies, I find the way they use rape outright insulting. And to boot, it wasn't needed. She was also being abused, which would have been enough, but they added rape in because it's a bad thing that happens to people, not to tell a story of how she overcame it. Not only that, but the story also tries to make the rapist stepbrother sympathetic. This asshole abuses and rapes Yuko because he's sad and gone insane due to his real sister's death. The show tries to paint him as being sympathetic, but no matter what the reason, a rapist should never be portrayed as sympathetic. It belittles the crime and makes your story not only look immature, but outright vile. Because of what I have said, I find the story repulsive and vile. Oh boy, the characters. Back in my Memories review, I mentioned that the side characters were one note and not that interesting. Yeah, they're now the main characters. Honestly, excluding rage for some characters, I don't give a damn about these characters. I don't find them interesting. They are dull as hell. A few are rage-inducing, they can be annoying, they feel badly written, and I just don't like them. To add to a possible problem for some, one of the characters, Kuze, is pretty much dating the 17-year-old Mizuki, and he's around 30. Yeah, I'm not touching that subject with a 40-foot pole. Overall, the characters are even weaker than Memories. Like with Memories, Melodies was also made by Studio Shaft. The animation is about the same as it was in Memories. The character design and backgrounds look nice on their own. However, we have even more of Shaft being Shaft, which means more unnecessary symbolism and overcomplication of the animation. Now, while it was only somewhat distracting in Memories, with Melodies, it's very distracting and annoying. And it's used way too often. Because of this, it makes what was good animation become distracting and obnoxious. While it's not bad, the animation is distracting, which ultimately hurts the show. The music, or at least the OST, is the exact same as Memories, so not much needs to be said on that. I'm not that fond of the opening or multiple endings, and as far as the dub versus sub debate goes, it's about the same as Memories. The dub is decent for Sentai standards, but if you decide to watch it, stick with the sub. Never before have I hated an anime so much that I want to burn it Linkara style. It's morally repulsive, badly written, has at best weak characters, has unnecessarily obnoxious animation, and recycled music. To me, this is not only the most manipulative anime I've ever seen, but my most hated anime ever. I loathe this anime more than Akame ga Kill and All the No Zero combined. It is to me a piece of shit that deserves to be burned. I give this shit a 1 out of 10. The only reason it gets a 1 is because I can't go any lower. I think this goes without saying, but I don't recommend this anime. Just stay away from this pile of shit. Anyways, that's all from me. This has been Star 6 Wars 1. Thanks for tuning in to the month of love and heartbreak 2, and we'll see you guys next time.